¿Qué pasa, mi raza? Welcome to Los Fantasy Cuz, the boldest and hottest Latino sports podcast, powered by the voices and opinions of some cuz. And every week we'll bring you the realest takes, some bold predictions, and the latest sports buzz. Whether it's futbol, gringo football, baseball, or cualquier deporte, we're here to keep it real, keep it caliente, and represent the culture. My name is Fabian, and joining me are my compas, my co-hosts, my cuz, Eddie, Eric, Gabby. What's up, guys?
What's happening, fam?
What's
Let's
up?
go.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, so welcome to another Thursday night football edition of our podcast. Today we got a few things that we're going to go over. We're going to go over a little bit of the Barca-Osasuna game, the Brazil-Argentina, the FIFA Club World Cup, earnings that we found out this week that every team's going to get. We're going to go into a little bit of like FIFA regulations and them going into stadiums and stuff. We'll talk a little bit about the León situation. Then we'll go into some brand contract situation that MLS and Chivas are coming up on. And we'll finally end it with like our Mount Rushmore of Chivas jerseys that we're going to do today. So how does that sound to you guys?
Let's get it.
Yeah. So let's start with the Barca Osasuna. Did any of you guys watch that game today?
No, I was working, man, but right when I got home, first thing I did was check out the highlights. Obviously, a good result, 3-0. This was that makeup game after the unfortunate passing of the team doctor, so sort of crunched in the middle after all the travel for the international guys, but I mean, obviously
They had to make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this situation helped Barca more than I think Osasuna. There's a lot of guys, not a lot. I think their top two guys were missing in this game that didn't play. And they were at Barca's house too. So I feel like Barca benefited from this change of like schedule kind of game. Because I watched a little bit of the game and Barca, dude, controlled. They looked good. They looked real good. Eric or Gabby, did you guys watch a little bit of it or no?
I watched the highlights. Solid win, man. The Barca's the team to beat right now. They're in first place. And obviously, as a Real Madrid fan, I never want them to win, but the good result. The last goal was a nice goal. Nice cross to, ¿cómo se llama este güey? El Alto.
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski. Nice
Lewandowski?
header in. Yeah, beautiful goal at the end right there.
And then that just got him up in the rankings again. I think now he's ahead of Mbappe by like 2 or 3 goals. Yeah, so that's just going to give, I hope it gives more fuel to Mbappe to, score this weekend to hopefully catch up to him.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
that's going to be a tight race. Like, yeah, he's ahead right now, but, I mean, Mbappe has also had, like a hat trick recently. Like, anything can happen with that.
Yeah. Eric, don't you think it's kind of crazy how Lewandowski's playing right now and at his age to be keeping up like with this type of nivel?
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of like he's like the Luka Modric of like Barca. It's like the two older dudes that are like still performing at the highest level, and it's like you would think that Barca would try to target someone younger, and he just keeps showing up. So I mean, that's awesome for him. It's awesome for the older guys.
That's true. And I saw in this game too, one of the Barca guys got hurt, or didn't get hurt, but he was starting to feel something, so they took him out. Before he ended up, hurting himself even more. I'm trying to remember who it was. He's the one that scored the PK, which
Yeah, Dani Olmo.
I feel like there's a little controversy in that PK. If we had our compa Rob on here, would be all over this situation.
Oh, no, we don't need Rob. You're here. You guys both said this last time. There are rules, right?
There is a rule, yeah.
And I'll say this. I hate when the goalkeeper stops it and they, like, me, like, I don't like that rule. But, like you guys said, there's rules. I think if that player who crossed in before the shot was taken wouldn't have touched it on the rebound, they wouldn't have replayed it.
So he was the one that kicked it out right after the block.
Yeah.
Then
So that's why, specifically, I think that's why they called it back. If not, we've seen so many times where they let that slide, right? Because, I mean, if the goalie stopped it, unless something clear like this where he had an effect on the play, because he's the one that ended up clearing it. But
exactly. No, and when I was replaying it and stuff, I was thinking the same thing you just said. That it's the rule. It's called encroachment,
yeah,
and so it had to be applied. And
I mean,
you know,
it's shitty. Like I don't like it. Like I said, I mean, he should have put it away first time. So it's like when you get that second chance, like, I mean, it is what it is at this point. But yeah, like
what
obviously the controversy is there, but I mean, I think the
even though
replay shows for
you
itself.
take away that PK, say they don't make that PK or whatever, they still could have won 2-0 or even still ended up 3-0. And the way they were playing, like it just looked like they were destined to win this game. So where does that put Barca now, Eric? Do you know if they're like 3 points ahead now of Madrid?
They're ahead, I think, 3 already.
Yeah, they're back. So they're back level with 28 games now.
Mm-hmm.
63 points. Madrid 60. But there's like a big difference in the goal difference. Barca has plus 51. Madrid has plus 32. So that
Yeah.
obviously has an effect. But I mean, like I said, with the goal race, like this is far from over. There's still so many games.
Wait, I have a question on that shit
Games.
because like low key, like I'm gonna admit some shit right now. I've never understood the goal difference shit. What is that?
Are you serious, brother?
I'm being dead ass.
Like,
Wait,
Like I
put it.
never even pay attention to that side of like the standings. I'm just
yeah,
like whatever.
I'll put it to you in third grade math.
Thank you.
Dale.
The goals you score minus the goals you get scored on. That's your difference. That's why there's sometimes plus or minus. So
But when it
Barca
comes
has
to like,
outscored their opponents 51 goals. Like they've gotten scored on uh 27 times, but they've scored 78 times.
So
but
do
let's say like when it comes to like first and second place are tied on points. So if Barca's plus 51, they get the
Oh
breaker,
yeah,
the
that's exactly
yep.
tiebreaker.
why. Yeah,
No,
Okay,
that's
that
why I mentioned it because obviously it's
okay.
such a tight title race. Literally, the goal differences could be the difference at the end.
yep.
Okay.
So they could be tied in the same amount of points, Madrid and Barca, but
I've just never
Barca.
paid attention to that fucking when I see that tabla and I see those numbers, I'm just like, to me, they don't exist.
Well, it's good to see it though, Eric, because you could see the team that has been scoring the most goals,
No,
and
that
then
one
you
I
could,
see, but I just, when it says the G
Yeah,
and the dash and then like that one, I'm like, well, I'm
yeah,
not even
because
gonna try to
goals is
understand what
for
that is.
goals, A is for against. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, a big part where this is crucial is like World Cup because obviously there's so little games. A lot of the teams end up with similar points, but that goal difference, that's what gets them over or first place versus second. So
yep, yep. So that's huge. That's a big difference, dude. With I think there's only about 9 games left. Eddie, do you know?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so that's a huge deficit for Real to try to catch up to that. That means they would have to be scoring every single game. Like,
Bro, you know what's crazy now that you guys are talking about that shit? Isn't it insane that like the team with like a super old ass forward is like has the edge on that when you've got Real Madrid with Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe, and they're like the difference is that big.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. It is crazy, but it just shows you that as long as
It's
you
a
take
team
care of your
sport for a
body, you
reason.
train.
What was that, Gabby?
That it's a team sport for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, there's only a 3 point difference at the end of the day, but the goal difference could be a factor. That's the only reason why I bring it up. But obviously, as long as you're getting wins, we'll see. But the reason I look at it too is because like you want your defense to be good, so the least amount of goals scored against. I always like that.
Yeah, yeah. You know who didn't play in this game, you guys? Rafinha didn't play in this game.
Well, yeah, bro. Imagine he's flying across the world. Plus,
Well,
that he's
why?
probably down bad right now, bro.
Why?
I
So
mean, that's why
there's a game this week, right?
you don't talk. That's why you don't talk before.
So Brazil versus Argentina, that was on this week, like on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch a little bit of that one too? I watched a little bit of it.
I unfortunately didn't, but trust me, I saw everything that came out after.
Well, what did you guys hear that Rafinha said before the game? Do you know, Eric?
He said in Eddie could probably say it in Portuguese better, but basically he's he's like les vamos a dar una paliza dentro y fuera
I
de la cancha. I think he said too, right?
I shot the pego.
Well,
Por eso no se
I
habla.
think it was an interview with Romario.
Yeah, he has a podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, I didn't see that. I just saw the headlines of what was supposedly said. But I think Romario also was pushing for him to be like, because I think he ended it with like, "fuck them." Supposedly that's a translation. And
Mhm.
then Rafinha said, "Yeah, fuck them." And supposedly from after all this, that stuff got passed around in the Argentina group
Oh,
chat.
of course, dude. Son
And
bien
what do you think that's
tóxicos
gonna
esos
do?
cabrones.
I mean,
Son
they don't need
super
any extra
tóxicos.
motivation against their most hated rival, but I mean, little stuff like
Oh,
that might that's gonna pump you up.
it, I
They did
think
that.
it was about 20 minutes and Argentina was already up like 3-0.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just from the extended highlights that I got to watch, like, bro, los están bailando.
Nasty.
That
Na-
first, or is it that first goal? Like, how many touches they start from
That
the back?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It was like I think it was 33 or 34 passes, and the whole team touched it.
Yeah,
that's crazy, you see? So it just shows that, the Argentinians had some motivation to be like, we're going to kick these Brazilians butt for
Bro, but
talking smack.
it's just like how stupid are you? Like you're going into Argentina's like stadium first of all, and like they're coming off being the world champs and all this shit, and you go in and say some shit like that, like no
They're going
man.
to find out right now with technology and TikTok and Instagram, and it
No,
could
y
be,
lo
shared.
más como son like los argentinos and all those South
Te
American
digo.
countries where it's like any little bit of motivation and like ya te van a ir
Oh,
hasta pegar y querer quebrar antes de meter un gol.
there
yeah.
was a
Oh,
play. There was a play,
Especially
it
during
Eddie.
wasn't a
the
secret
game, like
though.
how many little chips were there? Were there like little, they're trying to antagonize them even more during the game.
That's what I
No.
was gonna say, Eddie. There was Esteban Paredes that was talking smack to Rodrigo during the game, where he was like, "Yo tengo dos, y tú tienes cero."
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff's funny. That's thrown around like, cause I was looking like they're saying how a lot of the Brazilians throw out the Champions Leagues. Like that's what they focus on a lot. And the Argentinians are the opposite. They're focused on the country, like on the Argentina winning the Copa America, obviously recently the World Cup, like that pride that it gives them. Like so, him throwing him that out there, I mean, he could easily respond. They can go back and forth all day, right? Brazil has
Yeah,
more World Cups, but personally, he can tell him, I have, you know,
two. And Rodrigo hasn't won shit yet for
Well,
himself. That's why.
he went three because he told him two Copa Americas and then a World Cup.
yeah,
I just saw him did
And I
two.
think
I
they
just,
were extra motivated too because of I saw something that like James Rodriguez in an interview with that have you guys ever seen the show El Chiringuito or like little clips of it? It's like a Real Madrid, it's like a Spain show and they're all Real Madrid fans basically.
no, I haven't. It's
oh
called El
yeah,
No.
yeah,
Chiringuito.
yes, I know what you're
And
talking about.
there's this
ICQ.
guy there's this guy called Edu Aguirre. He's kind of like the younger one and he rides Real Madrid hard. And he was doing an interview with James and they were talking about the last Copa America where they played and they lost and basically James was like saying that like the ref had influenced the game and
Mm,
that he just wishes that so I think apart from that they already had a little bit more motivation because I think it was Paredes saying that like or no it was Rodrigo de Paul.
of course, that asshole.
He was like saying everyone keeps doubting this team and questioning us and he's like so what and basically like reiterating like everyone keeps talking shit about them and kind of like counting them out and it's like dude they just put fucking four on Brazil.
Another one that I saw, like an ex Brazilian player named Neto for
Mm.
Selección de Brasil, he said, quote, El 4-1 no es un reflejo del 7-1, es un reflejo de jugadores que solo piensan en la Champions League. So,
There it
si,
is.
si les preguntas a los jugadores argentinos si quieren la Champions League o la Copa América, ellos quieren la Copa América. Si le preguntas a ellos si están cansados de jugar en la selección, ellos vienen con la pierna quebrada. That's what an ex-Brazilian player is saying about these players. That's why I bring that up. Where, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I can't blame them. Like Champions League, fuck yeah, let's go. But I would have that extra pride for my country too, especially when you're going into Argentina, the current world champions. Like I want to beat these motherfuckers. Like, but they didn't even show up, bro. Honestly, if it wasn't for that mistake in the back, like it could have easily been 4-0.
He,
Yeah.
he busted that defender, busted a Fabian where he thought he was too confident, tried to pass it, and the Brazilian just intercepted it.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know, this whole new generation of Brazil, to me it's like it's always been a huge letdown from what like I grew up with and what you guys grew up with more, because you guys saw it
Exactly.
more than I got to see, like kind of like I think from like 2002 and up. Like
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
grew up with that generation of like the Ronaldinhos, and then to see this fucking generation, it's like, dude, like they're, o
The
sea,
older
Ronaldinho
guys.
y ellos dejaron Brasil en alto. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
that
Exactly.
we still respected them, right? Right now, it's like Brazil no da ese mismo miedo que daba antes, dude.
Oh
No, it
no,
really
no,
wait,
no.
but
doesn't,
it's
bro.
not
Like
just
I was
Brazil
worried.
though. It's not just Brazil. It's a lot of selecciones, a
Who
lot of
else?
young dudes in this whole era.
Oh yeah, for
Well, look at the
sure.
U. Look at the U.S. Shit, look at Mexico sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, Brazil to us has always been like that. Like Brasil va a ganar el mundial every time. Like in our minds, we're like they're the favorites, favorites, favorites.
yeah, they're always
And
up
like
there.
Yep.
this time, it's like you're like, yeah, they'll make it out of the group, but si les toca una selección España, Francia, like it's like, well, you kind of see them as the underdogs now, and instead of like, oh no, they'll make it to the final easy.
The biggest thing that I see nowadays too with like this Brazilian selection is too much individualism. We know how Vinny plays. We know how Rodrigo is. We know maybe Rafinha is actually the only one that likes to play with team because he comes from a Barcelona where they play as a freaking team. So there's too much individualism with this Brazilian team. Where back then, like you were saying, Eric, that's why it was called Jogo Bonito with Ronaldinho, with R9, with Roberto Carlos. Like they
Fool,
all were like
everybody, Kaká,
Kaká,
Cafu, o sea, oh my
fucking
God,
squad.
Remember Adriano,
Oh, Adriano had like a
Adriano,
shot. He had a shot.
Robinho.
Ro-
Robinho.
yep, Robinho. One time Gabby's dad was like, hay tres. You remember Gabby? Your dad was like, hay tres como pájaros en el equipo. El pato, el ganso, and someone else. Do you remember,
Oh,
Gabby?
Pato, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
como
man.
pájaros.
So it's crazy to think we'll just see. We're
Yeah.
about 1 year away from the World Cup, and then with this win, Eddie, Argentina now qualified for the World Cup now, right?
Yeah, I mean technically, I think they had qualified right before because Uruguay tied, but
Yeah,
this is just cherry on top for those fools.
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
I don't know. I think like as much as like we like los Mexicanos, like it's one of our biggest rivals. Like for them coming off a World Cup with like the team, I think everyone in their meta etapa, like age wise, like they still look fucking good, dude. And
Yeah.
like
Or
they still haven't even plugged in Messi, you know. So it's like they still look solid as fuck.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they're
Argentina's
the
going to be
favorite
one of the favorites in this World
again,
Cup. Yeah.
and then they
Yeah, for
solidify
sure.
their number one ranking. So they're going to be the team to beat for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens.
I just want to clarify. There's certain people on this podcast who think I'm a rider. I'm gonna come out and say I don't have no Argentina jersey in my closet. So players like El Dibu, like I just see him and I just want to, I just want to make it clear, because some of these guys think like I got my Argentina jersey in there.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
recognizing the team and the player. Yeah, obviously I love Messi. Like I followed him his whole career. So, but yeah, like when I saw the clip of Dibu walking towards the center field and he hit Rafinha, I was like, what the hell is he doing? And then that's when I got the context of what he had said. So I was like, all right, even though I don't like him, it is what it is. I'd probably do the same thing. So, I
Fuck yeah,
mean,
Eddie, you'd be the first one right after a win being like, "What's up?" What's up?
That would be. And Carlos right behind him.
Shout out, sir. No, but yeah, that's all.
So
That's
no,
all I gotta say about that.
we'll see.
Oh,
We'll
I
see.
got a stat. I got a stat. Actually, I was seeing. I think it was like Mexico is fifth or sixth out of like the most titles as a country. Yeah, like it's a bunch of CONCACAFs and Gold Cups, but
Mhm.
like fucking win's a win. And the fact that we've won so many and we're up there with those other countries, like they still gotta respect us in
I
some
did see
aspects.
that. I did
Well,
see
yeah,
that stat.
I don't like that talk about like we playing. Well, we literally this is our area. So if you win in your area, what else can you do? Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously there's the World Cup, but like if you gotta win in your area first before you know.
Yeah.
So I'll take
Who
that's
did
the
you see?
first thing I want my team to win.
Was it Brazil that was in first, or Argentina that had the most, Derek?
I no, so it wasn't like per like continent, it was just in general. So like I
Yeah.
think Brazil and Argentina were in there. And
Yeah.
then there
Exactly.
was I don't remember who in Europe was, but there was two more and then Mexico was right behind with like 35 titles like in total. So
In
like we're
total
up,
of their
yeah.
history.
So it's not like they took one from each continent, they just took the countries in general. So
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
know I know it was Argentina, Brazil, and then there was the Europeans, there was two, and then Mexico was right there. So you know, we
That's
didn't we
good.
we don't pick wherever the fuck we play in, but we've been showing up and showing
Yeah.
out, dude, with
That's what I'm
titles.
saying. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that stat. We want more. I think. Do you think that applies to the Sub 20 and the Sub 21s or the Juegos Olímpicos, like where Mexico's won oro before? Do you think that is
I
included in
didn't I
there?
didn't deep dive too much into it because I just saw like it just was like a tabla with like the rankings. But
Yeah.
I gotta assume they're throwing in like the U17 World Cups we've won and all that.
Exactly.
If they're gonna
Exactly.
count them for like Argentina and Brazil when they've won them, they've got to count them for us too.
Exactly. Huge. Good stats. We want more. We want to see more. Get Mexico up there in
Oh, I
more
got another
championships.
one too. Now the top of my fucking head.
Damn!
Hey,
Dale.
guess who has the number one percentage of converting a PK in the world currently with all leagues?
Raul.
Raul fucking Jimenez. Even though he's from
Yep.
America, fuck that fool. But like, dude, Mexico on top of that shit, on top of Haaland, on top of Mbappe, on top of De Bruyne, on top of Lewandowski, like his percentage to score PKs is like number one.
Yeah, I think
Was I
he's
think
only missed one.
Well, he's
one
only
in
missed
it.
one in
So
his
I think
career.
his conversion rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You see, so
clutch.
his conversion is like 98%, 98.6678,
It was
something like that.
98.2, and the guy below him is 98.
Crazy. I mean, that's an argument too that we could have talked about in the last episode where take away some of those PKs, that Raul has made, and he probably wouldn't be in the number 3 spot right now in rankings of all-time scorers, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to bring that up because then it sounds like we're haters. But I mean,
I mean, I
the
do
facts are
kind of hate
there.
it. I hate him. I hate him outside of a Mexico uniform. So,
I mean, as long as when he has that jersey
But
on, I'll support him. So
but
as long as he keeps
it's
banging goals,
also not easy making the PKs just because most of us think that PKs are easy. I mean, you can have a mala racha too and like miss a few PKs in a row, so you still got to
fuck,
give
dude,
him credit.
I hate taking PKs.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna bring that up a little bit because you guys obviously already touched on the Euros and stuff, but
Yeah.
like Lamin's penalty, I was like, bro, like I understand his age and all that, but like you can't be doing that, bro. Like
No.
I mean, at least me personally, when I take PKs, like I'm hitting it hard. Obviously, I'm not a professional like these guys, but
Yep.
I personally don't like that style of like
Little
running up
little
slowly and trying to
tap.
choose last second.
Oh,
I feel like you're risking it, and
you know
then it
who
ends
would
up
drive
looking like you literally just gave it to the goalie.
me crazy? Alan Pulido. That dude would
Oh,
drive
when he
me
has that little
nuts.
time when he started doing the jump.
Oh my
Oh, he's the
god,
one that does that.
Remember the group chat? We'd
dude,
be like, Adrian would be like, what the?
dude, it's like just go take the PK, and then I was like,
Yeah,
no, he's gonna miss it,
just
and
choose a
then he would
side.
do brincaba el güey. No mames.
Everyone is.
You just hear Adrian send a, what the fuck is this guy doing after we scored? He still gets pissed.
Nah, I mean, low key, it's just like, it's so risky, but I mean, to each their own, but I'm like, nah, bro.
Dude, you know who se me queda en la mente, like their PKs from Chivas, like always pinche Ramoncito Morales. The same
Yeah,
fucking PK, the way he would shoot him was puta madre, was
lefty,
beautiful.
Ese sí era
lefty.
capitán.
Yep, lefty. And
Mandaba con mamadas.
No.
you know who else it comes to my mind in La Selección Mexicana for the longest time was Garcia Aspe would always take the PKs for Mexico too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was a good one to learn
Another guy
from.
we talked about before too, that Cuauhtemoc. I mean,
Cuauhtemoc.
he would put it away too.
Dude, that fool
Unfortunately,
would run like 40 yards before he would shoot it.
bro, that World Cup when he was outside the box, I was like, what is this guy doing?
It's crazy. Was it? I think
Oh,
you know.
if I try to do that shit, I'm like losing my breath halfway there.
I can't remember. I think it might have been Croatia. It was like a 1-1 tie.
Croatia, or he probably did it against France too.
I think it was France. No, when we beat France, I think it was France.
Oh no, yeah, but I'm talking about like 2000. I think one. Like
Oh,
2002. That probably was it against Croatia too, because Croatia was in our group that year. I remember.
yeah, man. PKs.
So PKs. I like brought this up a few episodes ago too, where I'm always wanting to be the first one to take PKs too, because the one for me, the PK that has scarred me the most was like when me and Eddie used to play on Crossfire. I missed one in one of like the championship games.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, nah, bro, never again. Never. So,
damn,
like,
fool, that long? Si se te quedó grabado en la
big
mente, no
time,
mames.
dude. And I can remember the field. We were like at Perigo in Redmond that one. So,
Damn.
Hey,
so
Gabby,
after that,
what about Eric's? Do you
What?
know which one I'm talking about?
The fuck
There's
you
a
guys? I've
video-
never missed a fucking PK.
No. There's a video. I think we might have been out of town, bro, and they sent us a video of Eric's PK.
somewhere, were
They
you
went
somewhere
like
else?
Bro, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna ask Carlos or
That wasn't
something.
me.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
I'm
look
sure it
at
wasn't.
I think
You gotta look at the archive.
Yeah, I gotta look at the archives right there, bud.
no, y'all are tripping. I don't
Hey.
even think I was at that game. I think I was
Regular
somewhere. I was
regular
in Colorado
season, it's okay.
still.
Nah, regular season game, it's okay, man.
We all miss.
Damn.
We all miss. Gabby, you've ever taken a PK? Have you? You took in a few, I think.
One time, I was on Atlas, 9 years old, at Lazo Park, in the mud. I slipped and missed. Never again in my
Damn, that
life.
long?
What you did it
What?
like the kid from the Big Green? You just slid and hit it.
Damn, dude. I just remember, like, I got fouled in the box, and it had rained the day before in LA, so it was all muddy. And PK, vámonos. Slipped, missed. Never
Yeah.
again in my life.
Missed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dang.
Hard for life.
Guard for life.
So yeah. That's what happens. You know, when we miss some crucial moments in our soccer careers. Pasa.
Yeah, I
pasa.
give it up to you. I give it up to you guys. That's a lot of pressure.
Well, we're happy to have, you know, decent PK players on La Selección too, because after Raúl, who do you guys think could also take PKs?
What about your boy Orbelin? I
Oh, yeah,
think
he's
the
good.
last one he took, he missed, but he's been pretty clutch too.
Well, does Luis Chavez maybe? I feel like he could have a good lefty shot.
You always gotta have like a defender that just rips it, bro.
Yeah, who
Salcido.
could that be? Salcido.
Does Santi take the case?
Clutch.
I don't know.
I haven't.
I think he took a few at Feyenoord actually.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
I've seen that, but not on Selección, huh?
I haven't seen him take one on Selección.
No, and he's not gonna take him anytime soon.
Yeah, true.
No.
Unless Raúl gets hurt.
No, I got Raúl Jimenez. I've always liked Luis Chavez just because he ever since that World Cup, I'm like, dude, he's just like a set piece specialist. I was like, I think for him, like, dude, it's 99% chance because if he wants to place it in that fucking upper corner, like, no goalie's ever getting that shit.
Exactly.
But I like who
Edsel.
we have now. No, fuck that. I don't like it.
No, Edsel.
No, yo le voy más a Johan Vasquez than Edson to take a PK.
Yeah.
True. I feel like Edson sometimes gets too confident, but
I feel like he's predictable in the PK.
yeah, exactly. Just like you were saying in the last episode too, he's too direct.
Yeah, but Sav.
Well, let's move on to the next segment. Where did you guys see the FIFA Club World Cup earnings? I think I sent it to you guys in the group chat too.
Making it rain.
It's crazy to see how much like the top teams are gonna be earning, dude. As much as $38.19 million. Which Eddie, which team do you think will get that freaking amount? Because it says between 12 and 38.
Well, obviously it's gonna be the big dogs, like who's in it? Madrid, I believe.
Yeah, I
PSG, maybe
PSG,
Atletico Madrid.
Bayern, City, and then Inter too. So
Damn,
it's
so they
weird to
get that
see.
just to participate?
I
Yeah,
think so
just for being there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
because there was another tab too that said like once they make it into like octavos and quarterfinals and then semifinals, the winner also gets a different amount compared to the loser. The loser still gets money too.
Yeah.
And I
So
was telling Eddie, there's only one team out of all of these that's going to get the least amount of money. They're going to get 3.5 million, and they're from the Oceania like division, which I don't know which team this is. Eddie, do you know what team that is?
I don't, bro. There's a couple teams where I'm like, I gotta look them up, but I mean, even for that, I'm sure that's, hey, we'll take it.
True.
but did you
An
see like
Oceania team.
the winner's gonna make so
What was
much
that?
money? It's insane.
Yeah.
Yep, because
Because
they'll just get like the 38 million plus whatever else they get.
so the winner's gonna
Yeah,
get
because let's just
125 million. If you win in the
Mm.
group stage, every win is 2 million. If you tie, it's 1
Mm.
million. If you win in the round of 16, it's 7.5 million. Then if you go to the quarterfinal, you get 13.125 million. You win in the semifinal, you get
Yep.
21 million. And then the finalist gets 30 million. If you're a finalist, you get 30 million, and then if you win it, an additional 40 million.
Damn, bro. See, yeah, so the winner of this whole tournament is going to get bank.
The
Damn.
participation pool for everybody is 520 million, and then the the performance pool for that is 475 million for everybody. That's going to cover all the bonuses.
well,
Damn,
the
el
overall
accountant.
is $1 billion basically.
That's insane.
That's a lot, dude. That would be nice to see another team other than like Real or City that they don't need the fucking money. It'd be cool to see someone else get that much money.
Yeah, I mean, at least for us, related to us, the CONCACAF teams, they're guaranteed the 9.5. And
Mm,
then if they just happen to make it to the final, one of them, not even win it, just make it, you're talking
exactly.
about $87 million.
That will help out a good MLS team for sure to get more players and stuff in the future.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Well, me and Eddie are going to be up here in Seattle, and we'll probably end up going to some of those games. So if you
Yeah,
guys
man,
are close,
I already got tickets for all three of them, but they were
Damn, guy.
ridiculous prices. Yeah,
They
I
were
couldn't
they were
even we
what?
couldn't get our original we couldn't even get our original season ticket seats because they were so expensive.
Is the whole stadium open?
Supposedly, but honestly, bro, the at the price they're at, like they're gonna have to bring them down because like I'm sitting up in the 300 section,
mm.
Mm.
but
And hasn't there been rumors that depending on ticket sales and stuff, they might bring it down?
I mean they have to, bro. If they don't sell tickets, what do they expect? Like,
Yeah, true.
but like I think down in the lower bowl, I mean I can't remember exactly, but they're up in the like $700 per seat
Game
per game,
Well,
and
a
that's
they
la
need
very.
I have decent seats. Imagine like even closer. So
they need money for all those payouts. Fuck.
yeah, for real.
Yeah,
I mean that's literally
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Well, like I said, if you guys end up coming to one of these games in the summertime and you see El Famoso Eddie or if you see El Famoso Fabian, come say what's up.
Take
I
a
might be
selfie, guys. We don't bite.
I might be a little intoxicated, so don't mind me.
Did you guys see the news too that FIFA is like going around to some of the stadiums to making sure that their security is a little bit up to date and stuff? Like I think we saw something that FIFA went to the Estadio Akron in Guadalajara to just check them out and stuff. Did you
I
guys
mean,
see a little bit of
are
that?
they just checking Mexico stadiums, or are they checking everybody?
Well, after what happened in the last Chivas game, right, Eddie, where they threw one of the fans threw a bottle. Was it at one of
Bro,
the
but
America
like
players?
that's not even the worst shit that's happened. Like, come on.
Oh, well, I bet you FIFA knows.
That's an
Like,
easy fix. That's an easy fix. Como le hacen aquí when the selección comes, when you have to go buy a beer, they pour it for you in a plastic cup. Ya ni te dan las latas. So that's an easy fix.
Well, so this is what the Estadio Akron put out after. So, I guess going back a little bit, the Saturday game Chivas versus Cruz Azul is going to be played with closed doors, no fans in
that's
the
right.
stadium because of
That's
that
right.
sanction. So I think Chivas, like I said last time, they had been trying to fight it, trying to convince them to let them play, which is pretty ridiculous. Honestly, it's like we got to take the L on that one. Like like I said, they should ban that guy, find him, ban him, because it just takes one
Por,
to mess it up for
por,
everyone. But
por un pendejo.
literally, so Estadio Akron put out like they gotta do their due diligence, but that they're gonna expand the videos and enhance their center of security, add more presence, like more security, uh, supervision in the like the club area and where the suites are, because I think that's where the area where the guy was,
Mm.
and just do more security like before the stadium, like just add more security, like to make sure like people aren't bringing in stuff that they're not supposed to. So they did their part. They put out a whole press about it. So
That the Estadio Akron is on top of it. Then,
yeah,
Well, at
well,
least
what do you
now he's
think?
doing his fucking job with one thing.
I was just gonna bring that up, Eric. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, typical motherfucker just se enfoca en todo menos el pinche equipo.
I got something fun for you about that.
Let's go.
Dale, dale.
So just recently, a reporter came out because I mean it's crazy because Mauri does interviews with like people about his Omni Life company,
Mm.
but like he declined a lot of interviews with the soccer media. So like there's literally like an interview out there where he talks openly about the investments that he recently made with Omni Life. They just uh, bought land, I think somewhere in Texas, I think in Dallas, uh, for about $20 million. $20 million just for
Just
the
for the
land.
land.
Just for
Pinche
the land.
sinvergüenza.
Plus $15 million for the machinery because it's gonna be used as like it's office space in a warehouse. It's gonna be their new headquarters for OmniLife in the States, and so they're investing, bro. 15 million just for the machinery. You're not even talking about like construction of this place yet.
Yeah.
So till right now, like as of right now, he's invested at least 35 million just in that.
It sounds like the motherfucker is having a plan B or a plan C for just in case some shit happens. He'll have that.
Yeah, I mean, I can only assume construction another 10 to 20 million, something depending on how fancy he wants to get there. Somewhere in, I think in Texas. I think it might have been Dallas. Plus, he already has like a plant in Guadalajara, and he also mentioned that they're gonna look to invest there and another 10 to 20 million there to expand it.
No, 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 no.
Apparently, like their product demand right now is so high. I don't even know exactly what they sell, bro. To be honest, but
Bro, I
it's
feel
so
like
high.
they're a fucking Herbalife probably or some bullshit like
Herbalife, yeah,
that.
like some juice and like pills and stuff.
Some
Yep.
fucking algo para las tías que quieren bajar de peso, some bullshit like that. Su puta madre invierte eso en el pinche equipo.
That's a good question. That's a good question because in the last 3 years, he technically hasn't invested anything into refuerzos because all the refuerzos has come from like outgoing players or transfers. Like anything that they sell, that's what they use to try to bring other players in. And if we're gonna be like that, bro, like
He's probably Gabby. He's probably keeping those two like pipes separate. He won't.
oh yeah,
The
for
money
sure.
he gets from Omni Life, he's probably not going to put into Chivas. The money he gets from Chivas, he's not going to put into
Bueno,
Omni Life. So
I got a question because I remember this shit came up, I think, a year ago exactly. After I think we lost the final. Is it true that like any sort of ganancia or whatever money se invierte in Chivas, like Jorge Vergara's ex-wife, does she have the right to half of that shit? And is that why this motherfucker no invierte or some shit?
Well, that's part of it because actually there is a lawsuit from her from back in October 2020 for when they got their divorce. I think she was looking to get half, and I think Vergara was trying to fight it. So, but that it's still an ongoing thing. Like, there's no settlement yet, as far as nothing that's been announced. But yeah, that's a big rumor where like she has a lot of parts in like why they're not investing. Maybe they don't want to like because obviously he has money. There's money there, but maybe he doesn't want to invest in it because somehow she gets part of it. Like now we're
Bro,
we're
we gotta
getting
start a
into the
fucking strike.
ridiculous.
We gotta
We're
start a
getting
fucking strike here in the States and start a fucking movement to get this fool out.
like we're talking about divorces when we should be talking about Chivas on the field. You know what I mean? Like,
Neta,
exactly,
no mames.
exactly.
oh man,
Well, we'll just wait and see for hopefully. Go ahead.
for real.
But Canelo's not a Chivo fan, is right?
He'll become one.
He's a bandwagon, bro. Because his trainers an Atlas fan. His trainer is a big Atlas fan.
Mm.
And I think there's been times or interviews where he's said that he was a Chivas fan, but as of recent, he's supposedly an Atlas fan now.
Pero
Yeah,
eso
that's
vale
what I thought.
madre. At the end of the day, ¿qué pinche club genera? El pinche Atlas no genera nada más que pinches tacos that they sell at their fucking games. Pinche Chivas is where it's at. We're a global fucking club. So wherever the money is, that's where Canelos goes. He's not gonna invest in something stupid.
Oh yeah, there was a big movement, bro. A big movement of trying to do like a social club almost. I think similar. I think to Barca, where like fans invest money, and then that they can use that money towards the team. Like
I think
obviously,
Liverpool does that too, has that structure too.
yeah, it was a
And like
big movement
there's like a
couple years
certain
ago.
board. I think there's a certain board where like they don't have like an input, but they have like their opinion of like if they want to hire a coach, they can be like, well, we're in favor or not. Theirs obviously doesn't matter, but they involve them in the club.
It's a
In like
democracy at
decisions.
the end of the day, where like they all vote, they all have a little bit of an input.
Yeah.
And I would think that would be huge for like the owners and the CEOs to see like what the fans are thinking because these guys are the ones that represent the fans overall too. So to see that from a CEO's point of view is huge because you know who else does
Imagine
that?
Adrian at one of those conversations.
Yep,
Ay,
chinguen
hijos de
todos, chinguen
Pinche
todos.
pollo
así.
no sirve para nada, sáquenlo a la chingada.
You know who else is like that? The Green Bay Packers, where all the fans too have a percentage of the team. Yeah, exactly. But that's still huge though because like I said, the CEOs get to see what they think.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, even just us here, like, would you guys be down? I'd gladly give them my money.
Dude,
Like,
I'd take out a fucking loan. If they're asking for like a certain amount that I don't have on hand, I'll take out a fucking loan. O sea,
I
like
bet you.
ahí no hay discussion con la wife. O sea, that's a,
no, no, no,
hey,
no.
me vale madre. I'm doing
Hey,
it. O sea,
Eric, executive decision right
executive fucking decision. Ahí no hay de que talk about it with the wife. No, aquí la wife no tiene palabra. This is all me.
Ta cabrón, ta cabrón. So yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens in the future. Let's get into the next subject. What did you guys hear about the Leon situation? Because we know that the FIFA's thinking about taking León out of the FIFA Club World Cup because they have the same owner with Pachuca. And I want to ask you guys, like, what rumors have you heard of, like, what if that is true? What teams do you guys think that can replace León? Because I've seen so many freaking rumors.
Well,
no,
who do
Fran,
you
let me
fucking
just.
think?
Nah, bro, it's because van a ser puras
Who do
mamadas
you
if it
fucking
isn't.
think?
Van a
No,
ser
but
puras
Fabian,
mamadas.
Esta madre isn't just out of nowhere. This isn't just a fucking coincidence. Who do you think?
it's not
I
a
don't
rumor,
want
Fabian.
to.
Though, like they're out right now.
They're out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's for sure. But the
Yes,
rumor
as
of
of
like
right now.
what team could replace
And
them?
hey, Leon's not going out easy though, bro. They were
Yeah,
putting out stuff like
like
being
Well,
they
like
you
they're
know
gonna
why though, right?
why?
Eddie, did you hear why they're gonna fight it though? Like the reasoning?
what exactly? Because there's so
Because
much right now.
no, well, from what I've heard, that when they qualified, this rule of the same ownership it wasn't even a thing when they qualified. This was just a recent thing. So this is why Leon is fighting it because, well, technically in the rule book, you guys didn't have anything about the owning two teams thing and that you couldn't qualify. So
Yeah.
technically they qualified legally. They didn't break any rules. It's just FIFA introduced this new rule recently and
After
they're gonna,
finding out,
yeah, but after they had already qualified, so that's bullshit.
So
that is
Leon's
kind of
throwing the
bullshit.
book back at FIFA, then like saying, "Hey, we qualified by the rules, and f you."
F you, we're gonna take it all the way to the
I
Supreme
think
Court of los United si
I think they
necesitamos.
they got support from like Liga MX and CONCACAF though too.
Yeah, it's because, bro.
Yeah.
It's because I do not want to see the freaking Puercs, dude. This be some fucking bullshit.
I mean, that was
If
the first rumor that started coming out, obviously. But if you go off of like merit of like the actual Champions League,
yeah,
like CONCACAF Champions League, like those are two different worlds. So
In my crazy fucking mind, I could see this fucking diabolical plan being planned desde hace tiempo where like America saw the rule change and then they're like, hey, we're gonna send a random fucking email and be like, hey, this shit doesn't apply, and their ass is being butthurt because they couldn't get the job done. That's
yeah.
some fucking bullshit. And Televisa has some rights to some games, so they're influencing a little
oh
bit with that
hell
shit.
yeah, dude. I fucking hate how like in the comments and everyone like are like so confident, like yeah, va a ser el América, va a ser el América. It's gonna be us.
Bro, that would be el puto colmo.
I would. Oh my god. I would like go protest. You get like double the amount of chances to win. If a team wins a championship, you get money too. So like the
No, but
owner,
like
that's why
there's
he
the
is.
there's the hypocrisy too that like for European clubs, why doesn't that shit apply to them in FIFA tournaments as well? Like City and the Girona thing, like they're owned by the same people, dude. Why doesn't it apply over there?
Well, I think the crazy part that I read was that either they registered Girona or one of the teams in the States, so that's how they got away from, what was it, Champions League or something like that.
Yeah, it was champions.
So I think Leon was trying to do this something similar, and I think they denied them.
Interesting.
Yeah, that'd be something to look into. But I thought I read something about that, and I was like, damn.
I don't know. The Mexican league in general is just the whole shit show, man. Like that's like I'm not in favor of like la multipropiedad, but at the same time, like there's so much bullshit in La Liga that like it's not even the worst thing. Like I still remember there was a time when like you were about to go down para descender, and then all you had to do was basically either buy another team and you're good, or just pay a fee to stay in the first. Like there's so much bullshit in our league.
Oh yeah, that was a thing for a little while.
No, it did. Everyone knew that too. When I think it was like with Atletico San Luis or something like that, they went down. But then whoever the owner bought the team that was going up and just changed their name to.
Bro,
I'm
I
trying to
think at
remember.
one point Chivas was considering it because when we were like really, really down in the dumps, like they were even considering like, well, if that was to happen, then they either someone else comes in or they pay some sort of fee to keep us in or something. Like it was, I don't know, but there's so much shit wrong with the Mexican league.
It sucks, man. That sucks. But you just reminded me of a stack that I need to say right now.
Let's
so
go.
that
We need to get
everyone.
Eddie. We need to get
So
some stat music every time there's a stat, like just a little chime or something. Yeah.
because our Chivas, and I know Eddie knows this stat too, have never in their history of Chivas whole history have never been in last place in Liga MX. The only team to never be in last place. Every other team has been in last place or descender. For example, America has gone down back then in the day. So we need to
Damn, I didn't
stay
know
that
that shit.
fact.
That's crazy,
Chivas
dude. I
has
learn something
never
new
been
every
in
time.
last place.
Actually, I don't know. I know Chivas for sure, but America might have been up there as well.
I think America has descended once. If I remember, I just got to go back and relook it, but I think they have gone down once, but not for
Bro, but
too long.
America
And
is always on that bullshit, dude. Like they're counting fucking titles back then when like it didn't like
No,
titles
they've
that.
never relegated, so it's both Chivas and America.
that have never been relegated.
No.
But I know that Chivas has never been in last place. America has been there, has been in last
Well,
place.
fuck, dude. The way America buys 11 youth players, like they shouldn't. So it's more of a merit to Chivas that we're doing it with like people from our country. So
There you go. Crazy stat. So that's, yeah, big drama in FIFA. So big drama coming up in the next few months too. We'll see what happens with this Leon situation. We'll be on top of it. We'll be here the next few episodes. We'll report it once we find something out. Where all of us are going to be on
bro,
top of it.
the only thing that I can say, if this bullshit does happen for America and they go through, which fucking pray to God it doesn't. The only thing is that like, at least for like everyone else who's like a good person that like isn't an America fan, because if you're not an America fan, to me you're like a good decent person. Like at least we'll know that this tournament that they participated in, it'll have an asterisk like Rob's fantasy championship, like it'll have an asterisk. So
No
we'll
manches.
we'll always know that like there was some weird shit behind America qualifying.
Just a little asterisk there for,
Shots
We'll know
fired.
shots
we'll know they didn't deserve to be in this tournament.
shots fired. So yeah, we'll keep in touch with that.
We don't like those asterisk teams. F the Astros.
Hoy, ahí está otro.
What do you say?
I said, fuck the Astros.
Oh yeah. Fuck Rob's team.
Ta cabrón. No. Anyways, let's move on to the next subject. That these two next subjects kind of blend in with each other a little bit. If you guys have heard a little bit about MLS and Adidas contract expiring pretty soon, and then also the Chivas and the Puma contract expiring soon. Which one, Eddie? Do you know which one's coming up sooner? Is the Chivas and Puma contract, is that one expiring sooner?
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, it might be next year. I think that's why there's like talks already and rumors. So
Who do you think like could replace Puma for Chivas?
He's got it right behind him.
Right there.
that's why I have it right here, because the big rumor is that supposedly they're already like stuff's in the work. Like they just need to obviously finalize it, because even we were talking about it before, Eric. There's like you already seen little stuff like the main tienda de Puma in Guadalajara. They're like removing Chivas, merchandise from like that you can't see it anymore. So everyone's like wondering like why. I wonder why. So the timing is there.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then
Nike.
what Gabby had touched on too, I think it was last week, where I think Gabby said that there was like a Nike executive at Verde Valle, so like those little things creeping in.
Yeah.
El compa.
Yeah.
Shout out Frank.
Let's go. Yeah. Well, the rumor that I saw, that guy, the Nike rep, his name is Luiso. He was there more for like, cause you know how players have contracts with, so like Chivas has
The shoes.
El Piojo, La Hormiga. I think they're Nike players, and he was there to see them, and like I think they're trying to sign Camberos to Nike. But either way, I mean that's still a good sign because the presence is there, right? And but the rumor is that obviously they're in the works. I saw a couple of different numbers flying around there, but the one that makes the most sense is the one that I saw was that it was supposedly 4.5 million a year, which
Was that more than Puma was giving them?
we weren't getting more than 4 with Puma. I don't know the exact number, but I know they were saying it was not 4, so it was probably in the 2 million range.
Was it?
But there was another rumor that it was going to be 15 million, and that's ridiculous
Yeah.
because they were giving America, I think, like 7 or 8, because America's just ended 2. So like when you start basing off of that, you're like, okay, yeah, that number's a little ridiculous. I mean,
Wouldn't that make
if it was
sense?
to be true, let's go. I'll take it. Throw it into the team, the players, like they're
That's
saying.
right.
But
If I were Nike too, you just brought up a good point because Nike was sponsoring America and their contract is coming up too. And if I was Nike and still wanted to have my hands in the Mexican League, why not go to Chivas too? So you could still,
Well,
support a
yeah,
big team in Mexico.
yeah, but you can't come in lower than America.
well,
Like
this
offer
is
wise, you're gonna get way more. Like you can't tell me America's brand and jersey sales. I don't know the numbers, but I'm just gonna go based
Mhm.
off of like we have the biggest fan base outside of Jalisco. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
like it almost seems like we have more fans outside of the state of Jalisco. Like, you can't tell me that they're not gonna get more jersey sales. So it's like to me, you can't
exactly.
come in lower than America.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's not the case because the rumors are Adidas is going to sign him for 11 mil a year.
That's
Damn.
fine though. That's fine. I'm saying Nike can't come in and be like, well, I'm gonna give you less than what we were giving America.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk, like, when you're making the deal, don't talk about them. Like, you
Yeah,
give your
exactly.
number for what you deserve as a
Yeah.
club. I'm just
Exactly.
using that as a reference as the numbers that are getting thrown around. It's like,
Yeah.
we got to be realistic, too. But I totally agree. I'll take 10. I'll take whatever, let's do it.
I'll be excited to see some new jerseys and Chivas with Nike. I think Nike makes some nice jerseys too, so that'd be cool to see if that happens.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been, I think, if I'm not mistaken, since the 1998 season that I have right here, since we've had Nike. So,
Mhm.
like, I mean, I love Nike, so I'm hyped, bro, honestly.
Me va a costar
Let's put it
poquito
out
más
there.
carito all the gear, pero no hay pedo.
Chad.
Wait, is that one, do you got to run that one through or not? Executive
No,
decision.
bueno. When
Now
I'm
we're
at,
getting sticky.
when I'm at the Puma outlet, esa I don't gotta say shit.
What?
But
Hey,
A Nike Vapor 150 jersey, that one's gotta be I gotta have a board meeting with that one.
you
Damn.
got to bring facts.
Because you might not have to just buy one. You might have to buy two more. One for the little one
No,
and one
dude,
for
and
her
with
too.
with all the Nike gear that Nike provides with like the hoodies and like all the dry fit stuff, like se va
Ooh.
a ir ahí fácil
Ooh,
mucho.
Three.
imagine the Jordan collection.
Oh man. Already start
Oh,
thinking about that. See, there's $500 easily just for those.
Yeah, like I love buying like even the shoes. I have a couple of the Puma shoes, and I mean Puma's Puma, but
Yeah.
if they're Chivas, I'll take them. So imagine the Nikes.
hey Fabian,
Yeah.
remember when we were at the outlets and we saw them and that day we copped them?
Hell yeah, bro. It
Fucking
was like
$45.
7. Yeah, it was like 45,
They were
$50
they
for
were
a
like
pair.
30% off. So that Puma's clutch with that. Like they're you don't break the bank with them, pero Nike pues pero cuesta lo bueno.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That brings up the next topic that's really good. MLS and Adidas. We know that all the teams in MLS are sponsored by Adidas, but there's rumors that come like 2030 when their contract ends up that they might not re-sign with Adidas. What do you guys think if like all the MLS teams said, "Yeah, screw that deal. Let's all go with our own brand and choose our own brand." Do you think that could
Can
be a
can
possibility
I
in the
say
future?
something before you guys go off because you guys know more about this shit than I do?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think the fucking MLS jerseys, the fact that it's all Adidas, to me that bores me because there's no like teams get to design their own things uniquely. Like to me, that's why la Liga Mexicana está bien perra. You have fucking your Nike jerseys, you got your Adidas jerseys, your Pumas, then you got your Charlies con las calaveras, and like,
Charlie's.
o
Yep.
sea, eso está perro.
Nah,
You don't get that shit anywhere.
not the Charlie.
El Charles.
So to me,
I
I like seeing Liga MX porque, eso es, o sea, say what you want about our league, but every
Yeah.
team be coming out with fire ass jerseys and we don't all have the same like templates to go based off of.
which a lot of no, and not just in this season. If you know Eddie, like when we could look back, where like in 2009, 2010, 2011, like almost all the jerseys had a similar style.
No,
LA
I mean
Galaxy looked like the
they
Sounders
literally do.
one.
Like the stitching of all the jerseys is very similar. Like they have like almost all of them have the same type of style.
Yeah,
Obviously, every
exactly.
team has different colors and they add their little touches. But like the thing that pisses me off the most is all the goalkeepers literally have the same jersey, just
Just
different
the
colors.
logo. Then just the logo too is different.
Literally. And then like all the practice gear, because I love the practice gear. Every single team has like the all black practice gear with their own logo. Like,
It's the same shit. It's
yeah, it's very
easy for
repetitive.
Adidas, just
Yeah.
different color. It is. So I think we all of us agree.
Yeah, my obviously what I would want is obviously to be independent, but we know that's not gonna be the case.
I don't think that's going to be the case
Because
either.
then you do
Dude,
have that sort of like
it'd be so much better to be independent because then every team works their own deals and it's another source of income for transfers and all that shit.
Exactly, because we know that the bigger teams can make
Because
more.
Seattle and LA, if Nike goes to them, St. Louis ain't gonna get offered the same money that they're gonna be offering to Seattle and LA.
That's true. That's so
of
true.
course. But I think that's exactly why Charlie.
Dude, Rapids is gonna go back to like with Reebok or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yo, Eddie, you were saying a good point.
No, yeah, I mean, it's not gonna happen. But if I had the choice, I definitely would. But I mean, like they use it because of that. It's like an entity, so they don't want certain teams to feel lower than the other. That's why there's a budget. That's why. So I see why they do it. But the other another thing that I don't like that they do a lot is like they base a lot of their stuff to the other professional sports in the U.S. Like, why not be your own? Like, soccer is so different all across the world. Like, why not be your own type of league and not follow everything that all the other professional sports do here in the States?
NFL, NBA, yeah, all of that.
Bro, well just think about it, like why do you think like are the four main sports in the US are the most watched only in the US because they all look the fucking same. They just play a different sport. Like you go to soccer everywhere in the world, they all have own sponsorship deals, different jerseys. There's so much liberty to go around. Maybe the US would start getting a little bit more eyes if like they start having that kind of like uniqueness to them where it's like they don't abide like it's basically an NFL. That's what it is.
The MLS doesn't want los equipos chiquitos to be crying though. That'd be like the Sounders get
Pues,
more
dude, no hay pedo.
than
Acá
us.
other owners will come and want to buy teams here, dude. There's a
That's
lot of
why.
money here. That's why well, I don't know. You guys are more into it, but to me, that's why MLS is so boring because everyone is like this.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
for the most part, obviously but for the most part, it's like the fact that they try to keep them so even and like that's what to me, it's like it just dulls it.
It just super dulls it.
well, yeah. The crazy part is, even though they all have the same rules, like there's still those teams that are down here, and then you still have. Imagine though, that's why they keep it that way. Because if it was the opposite, bro, it'd be bad. Like it'd be like La Liga style, where there's gonna be two or three top teams every year. So like I understand it from both sides. Like obviously, I want to see competitive soccer, and they feel like that's the way to get that, where they try to keep it on a plain even field for everyone.
Right, but imagine this, Eddie. Imagine it isn't like that, and they start introducing descenso y ascenso. Pues the teams at the bottom no se van a nomás también a ser chicos because
Yeah,
they don't get all
exactly.
the money. Like that's the reason why European football and South American football is so fucking competitive because there's every team in cualquier posición is fighting. So teams have to use their youth more. They scout better. Y de ahí salen más jugadores. So it's like
Exactly.
I get it what MLS is trying to do, but like fuck, man, they have everything and all the money and all the investment and resources to like really fucking explode if they could just make it like a fucking Premier League.
Those
Imagine if we had the Premier League like style here in the U.S. Like the money is there. People want to live here. That's the big thing. Big players want to come and live here.
True. True.
Yeah, yeah, but I also like no salary cap. Now that'd be wild. But other thing too though about that is like the playoff system. It makes it that more interesting as well. But there's always that debate of like the regular season versus the playoffs. You get hot in the playoffs, you can go win a championship, you know, and long form, like you have to be consistent the whole league. So it's like, do you want the consistency or like the best team of that season to win, or do you want to sell? Hey, come to the playoff where this team, the lower place team, is gonna play the highest place team.
Can
They can
also
beat them. You
they
know,
can
like
also
yeah.
it's
See,
something
but
in the
like that
future
to
I
me
think.
también is like no la entiendo esa madre. Like the league is so long for it all to come down to a playoff system. It's like that's why in a sense I understand Liga MX. Like to me it makes more sense. Like shorter seasons, there's there in the playoff system. But if you're gonna have like that long of a season for like the first place team, if for some reason after keeping that format in the first fucking playoff game they're out, it's like, well, dude, like your points didn't even fucking matter at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like there's only certain teams that really care and like want to go after the supporter shield. Like there's teams that are literally just trying to get into the playoffs so they can try have a chance at a championship. So like that's the battle. That's the battle,
Oh,
honestly.
you
Yeah.
know, also what I don't like too, like I remember like before like LAFC was in it, I used to think like, fuck, dude, imagine a final Seattle Portland or Seattle Galaxy. Like to me, the whole Western Eastern Conference thing, that pisses me off too, because it's like
That's the
I
True.
want to
biggest one.
see. Imagine
True.
seeing like you're with your rivals, like fucking LA Galaxy and LAFC in a final. Like imagine that
That's
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen because of
Never
the
gonna happen.
West Coast, which is also coming from all the other sports that they do. That's what I'm saying. I going back to the same. All that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
But
We'll hopefully in the future, that changes and we get what we want. We might be like 50 years old when it happens, but who cares? There's hope. There's hope that it could happen like that in the future. Like Eric was saying, because of how the infrastructure of how the United States has, that it could support a fucking sport like soccer and make it blow up. So we know that. So we'll see in the future. I think we should get into our last segment now, where we should go into our Mount Rushmore of Chivas jerseys. What do you guys think?
let's do it.
You guys ready? If I pick a jersey that Eddie was thinking, he can't pick the same jersey. So Eddie will have to pick a different jersey, and then we'll all end up with our own top 3 jerseys. But we're gonna do of the Chivas jerseys, because there's so many freaking nice jerseys that let's figure out and see which ones we like. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Well, since I'm going first, I think I'm going to kill you guys and take the 2016-2017 anniversary Puma. And I think one of you guys has it, where it's like the laced V-neck right here. And it has the old Club Union logo.
Ooh,
I
damn.
think one of you guys have it.
I'm
Who
about
has
to
it?
pull it out for you guys.
I bought that shit for my dad when it came out.
God, man. That
The
one
only
was so
thing,
hard, I think, to
you know, the only
buy.
thing that sucked when I bought it,
What sucked?
yeah,
Yeah,
there we
that
go.
one. That one. That's my number 1 jersey right there.
No, the only thing that
Let's
sucked when I bought it was I didn't know how Puma ran in terms of like sizing. So like
yeah.
I bought it pensando that like it was like a true large, and like shit, that
Welcome
shit
to
What?
the
fit like
What
a
club.
was it?
that shit fit like a medium.
Oh, no way.
So my dad just has it at adorno, like he doesn't wear it because it's like it's too. And since they only
Too
sold a
small.
certain amount, like
How did you get that, Eddie?
I mean, I bought it right when it came out, bro. I was like, nah, I gotta get hands on that. I remember I was in Mexico when I think I ordered it, and when I
Yeah.
got back, it was at my door, and I was like, thank the Lord.
Ooh, man. That's my number 1, bro. I'm happy you have it, though. I'm
That
happy, hella
one's got
happy.
good memories of that beating America in their Centenario and the Azteca 3-0,
hell
I
yeah,
think, one.
hell
Yeah, I
yeah. I remember
remember.
fucking Conejito Brizuela went off in that game.
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, Eddie, now it's your turn. Which one's your number 1? Which one you taking?
I mean, mine might be a little random for you guys, but this is like what's nearest and dearest to my heart because
Mm-hmm.
it was the first one that I got. Uh, 2001 jersey, Atletica
Mm-hmm.
Tolteca.
Ooh.
What? Which one is it? The one with the circle, Tolteca? Yep, yep. The one that has the green circle.
That was the very first jersey I ever got. Chivas when I was starting to get into it, deep into it, and unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. So I've been trying to get my hands back on it, but I don't know. Those Atletica jerseys, like the whole Tolteca, like it just brings back to like when I first started getting really deep into the club, and it just has a good place in my heart. So
I
Wait,
that's
so
like
which
it.
which year was that one? 2001, 2002?
2001.
Okay.
Because after that one, it changed into the letters, and I have that one where it says Cemento Tolteca.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. I like that one. That one has history too. In that year when like Chivas were like, what were they called? The Super Campeones or whatever.
Los Super Chivos.
Yeah, that one. Good times with that jersey.
All right,
Like
who's
it.
next?
So let's go to Eric and see what Eric picks as his number one.
So my number one is also like more like a sentimental factor. Like I remember I have there's a picture where I think it was me, Eddie, I think Fabian was there too. I don't remember who else was there. There's a bunch of us, but we went to go see a game against Cruz Azul, and I don't remember where because I was fucking tiny as fuck. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
know where
remember
it
that?
was.
Yeah,
It was
where?
in Portland, Oregon. We drove from Seattle down to Portland for a
Yeah.
friendly game.
Oh, I think I
At that
remember
time,
that.
it was still just a baseball stadium, and they
Hmm.
played there.
Yeah.
I bought a flag that day, bro, and I still have it to this day.
Yeah. So I think I'm pretty sure, because I think I still have it. It's fucking tiny, but I'm pretty sure it was the 2002, 2003 one around that time. But even if it's not, I just remember it had the cemento, but I'm gonna just take the 2000, 2003 because it's the most similar one that looks like it. But
Damn,
I
Eric.
just think about those pictures and those photos were there, and I think even Eddie might have had me on his fucking shoulders, and
Yeah,
I was wearing that jersey, so and I still have that shit today. Luca wears it sometimes.
that's literally the one
Nice.
that Fabian always wears that I love.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Yep, that
Yep.
one has Cemento Tolteca letters.
Hmm.
I have that one.
And Fabian's is original, so it's clean.
Yep.
Yep, I got that one when I was in Mexico, and my mom just took me to a random soccer shop, and I was like, I need that, and luckily, I packed it and like I saved it and like I didn't lose it because I was like, I gotta keep this one forever.
Let's
That
go.
one gives Osvaldo Sanchez
Heck yeah.
Ooh, when he wore that powder blue, baby.
Yep, yep.
with the super long shorts and the socks all the way up. Damn.
Classic.
Iconic with the old FMF Liga MX Liga logo. Ooh.
Yep.
All
So
right,
I'm gonna
let's
go
go,
with my
Fabian.
second one now. My second favorite Chivas jersey of all time is gonna be the 99-2000 Atletica shirt. So it's the one right before Eddie's pick, the right before they turned to Tolteca.
Oh yeah.
Um, they have Atletica on the side of the sleeve.
That
So
shit's
like,
bad fucking ass.
and Osvaldo's jersey too, it was like a dark blue in that one, and oh man, that color, that shirt too was like amazing. So it's the 99-200 Atletica shirt. I'm trying. I don't remember if they have Tolteca on it.
Is it this
Esa,
one?
Yeah,
qué
yeah, it's
perra
that one.
está
Yep.
esa.
So it's a circle, and then it says Cemento Tolteca right next to it. But yeah, you can see the Atletica blue on the sleeves, and I don't
Leche
know
Lala.
why that like the way the colors flow in there. Like
Bro,
that's my number
es una de
two.
las pocas camisas that with all the logos se ve bien. Like all the
Exactly,
sponsors.
exactly. 99/2000.
Look what picture came up, Fabian.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like that.
Osvaldo.
Yep, that
Let's
one. And then
go.
he wore like a dark blue one too
Yeah.
in that year. That looks
right
freaking
here.
sick.
It's like blue with white.
Yeah. You see, so like that jersey, dude, I was like, if I could have bought that jersey back, oh man, I would have loved it. So that was my number 2. Which one's your number 2, Eddie?
Going back a little sentimental too. It was when Jorge Vergara came in and cleaned up the club. Literally took off all the sponsors. 2003, 2004.
Ah,
I don't even know what brand it is, bro.
Reebok. I think it's Oh, no, right before Reebok.
Oh, literally right here it says in house
Is
with the little blue collar.
is that the one
fuck.
that like we all remember Ramoncito Morales wearing that one?
Yes, sir.
Bro, my dad passed down a jersey of that to me. That was gonna be my fucking second jersey.
Is that the
With,
jersey too, Eddie, where they wore in Copa Libertadores too?
at that time, no, they didn't. It was only Liga MX, but going from all those jerseys we just showed with Tolteca, Lala, everything on it, bro. I remember when they came out with this, I was like, what? I was like, we can do this? And I was like, bro, let's go, dude. And I love it, bro.
Yeah, clean, very clean jersey.
Yeah.
Damn
And
it.
Nice.
that one, unfortunately, is when we lost the final to Pumas in that one.
That's what I remember. Where freaking
Rafa Marquez or Rafa
Medina
Medina PK miss.
at Pumas, so it
Still
was
haven't
that
recovered
jersey.
from that one. That's sort of what Eric's PK looks like.
I don't know
Just
what you're
went,
talking about.
boom.
I don't know what you're talking about. I swear y'all are
that
confusing
jersey.
me with somebody.
Just wait.
The-
It's going to pop up.
So Eric, now what's your second pick?
Well, I was gonna
Now
go
that-
somewhere else, but all you fuckers are taking the anniversary one, so I gotta take my favorite anniversary one before y'all do.
Take it.
All right, my next one is the anniversary from 2020 2021. So that's the one where it's all stripes, and then they have the old Chivas logo on it. It's a Puma. That's
Oh,
my
yes.
yeah. I bought that shit the day they announced it. I bought that shit.
What size?
Esa sí me quedó. I learned my lesson.
I went up. I went up.
After that,
No, that's the bad thing about Puma, bro.
that one.
Hopefully these Nike ones fit better because these Puma ones be making me feel like questioning my life.
Yeah, but that one esa sí la atiné because I was like, I bought that one myself. I was like, no, ni madres that I'm gonna return this shit.
Wasn't that one a hard one to get to, where they only sold a limited amount
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Like the first 200
Dude, I remember
people
that shit because I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Gabby or Eddie sent a message and they're like, hey, they're selling these, and that day I went and bought one.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God
so
damn it.
we didn't get the first batch, but we got the second, but I'll take it, bro.
Yeah.
That's just so clean.
Like it. So now I'm gonna go with my third and final jersey for me. That I was trying. There's so many. Oh, dude, no, I know which one. And how can we freaking forget? Like, it's another like representation of the older red and blue stripe. Because the old one was like in the 90s, right, Eddie? The red and blue.
Yeah, it's actually like the other version of this one.
So the new one that they came out with in 2022, 2023, Puma, the red and blue with the Caliente logo in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my third one for sure. I haven't gotten that one yet, but I'm looking for it. So once I find it, I'm going to buy that one right away.
I'm
Because I think it's...
I'm salty with the placement of the freaking Caliente, but it was
That
so
one, Gabby.
clean when it came
I
out.
think
Yeah.
I think that looks hella nice though. I still think that looks hella nice. That was the third kit, and it came out in 22/23. Yeah, seriously. To my third, Eddie. Now your third and final pick.
Well, mine is the one right here, the Nike, the last one we've had, Mex Lube.
What
Yeah,
year was
I
that
have been
one?
wanting to get my hands on this, and I recently did, and it's one of my top wares, honestly, during game days.
You got to keep that one clean. Don't let anything spill on it.
Well, so when I was in LA and I got my most recent Chivas tattoo, I was wearing this, and I stained the inside with a little bit with the tattoo, but
Yeah.
hey, it's part of the history, so I'll take that.
And now, Eric, your third and final one. Which one you picking?
So this is gonna be my final one, but I'm gonna do an honorable mention after it because there's just you can't just fit this shit into three. But
Oh, I know.
my third all time, this is the most, and to everyone is different, right? But to me, this is like the most nostalgic one to where it's like right now I have fucking memories of sitting there watching games with them in this jersey. It's the 2006 2007 our home one, just with
Oh shit, that's the
the
one where we beat Toluca with.
the it looks like it's the chiva, like the cuernos that comes across like
That's
that.
the one. That's the
Because
one where Bofo.
the thing I va Eddie, he's gonna pull it out.
He knew exactly which one you're talking about.
Let's see him pull it out, and I'll go into it.
Dude, I could still remember that game clearly when we were playing at Toluca.
Yep, there, Gabby has it too.
Yep.
It's not just like that game against Toluca. It's in general that whole era, toda esa época.
Yeah.
Oh,
We still had Bofo on there.
Eddie's going through the archives. Look at him.
Now I gotta pull it out of the plastic, bro.
Out
Oh
of the
shit!
plastic.
There we go. Fuck yeah, dude! That shit brings
Clean.
so many.
Check out the number, bud.
Ah, perro. Holy
For
su
11.
puta madre.
Badass.
Bro, that shit is so nostalgic to me. Like
Super.
obviously Ramosito Morales, like obviously, pero to me, like it's just like those times where like I'm up watching them Copa Libertadores and it's just like fucking Bernardo Medina y su pinche gambeta in that jersey, dude. Like to me, this is like where as a kid, like if I go back, I just think about that época for some reason. I go back to that one every single time.
Every single Chiva hermano knows that jersey is actually going to be in like everyone's top five. Everyone's top five because we won the championship with that one too.
Yeah. And then my honorable mention, this is personal to me. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I like that 2018 Club World Cup one that Chivas made.
Oh, that one's clean.
That one's clean.
The lines where the lines are like really thin.
There he goes again. There he goes. Go. You might as well, both of you guys.
Is it Eric? Well, the one where the lines are very thin.
Yeah, and it's got red, white, and blue.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
It's got the collar and it came out long sleeve, pero look at it.
I think Adrian has
look
it
at Eddie
too.
going through the archives right now. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one's cleaned out. So they used it in the Club World Cup.
Club World Cup.
Yeah, the lines are
clean. Wait, anywhere else? Any more?
There, look, Gabby too.
Sir,
there we go.
I love it. No, man, there's so many jerseys that we left off, like the old school Nissan one. Like I know when we went to LA, when us cousins went to the LAFC stadium, and we saw someone, Eddie, remember, that was wearing the Nissan one.
Oh, yep.
And to see it in person, I was like, damn, that's nice.
Bro, you know which one is low-key really nice too? Is this year's third kit, that like navy blue kind of, that shit's clean as fuck too.
Yeah, I like that.
I can't let Eric get away without throwing a honorable mention for me.
Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Dude! I wanted to say it too, but like I was like, there's so many fucking jerseys I couldn't, pero esa también, Eddie, that brings the same memories as the one I just mentioned. O sea, that one, pues su puta madre, me voy a soltar chillando.
Bofo. Dang, with Bofo on the back.
Let's go, baby.
Fool, you're getting me emotional. Stop pulling out these jerseys. I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, it's clean, huh? I haven't even worn it yet.
Damn.
This is exclusive. Don't let my wife see this.
Don't. The wife shouldn't be watching this because they're gonna know now. Like when they get mad at us, they're gonna know like where to hurt us now.
Yes, sir.
That's a crazy one.
Well, yeah, dude,
Yeah, man.
that one I thought about it right away too, because I was looking, I was thinking, I was like, I remember when they had that logo. To me, I always thought, I don't know why, I thought I saw a logo and I always thought Christmas for some reason, I don't know, but the C was like kind of like I remember that shit. That shit was
Yeah,
bad.
it's the
A
old school
horseshoe.
Club Guadalajara logo.
Yep. Fuck.
So many, man. So many jerseys that,
Shit, we could have done
you
a
know,
top 10, honestly.
For
there's so
real.
many.
We
I'm
basically
not,
did.
but yeah, that was a good one. Let's close out the episode and say our goodbyes and, tell people to keep listening to us so we could post and talk about more Mount Rushmores that we're going to do in the future too of different things. So I just want to say thank you guys for listening to this episode. I want you guys to go subscribe and follow us on Spotify, on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube at Los Fantasy Cuz. We want you guys to go on there, check out some clips that our producer has been making that are super fire.
Yes,
We want you
sir.
guys to give us some comments, some reviews, so that what we'd love to know what you guys think, so we can keep making this podcast super fun and caliente.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the
And
support. Hopefully, y'all are a little entertained with our banter or whatnot, but shout out.
Another successful episode con los Cuz. Thursday night football.
Let's go.
stay tuned next week.